I'm sorry, but how the how the fuck can your entire page be based around demeaning black women, dude? Like, number one, regardless of who she is, how she dressed, how the fuck do you take it upon yourself to fucking record somebody without their permission and put them on social media just for likes?
I got a question, ma'am. I wish I could call you a man, but you play for the other team. So I can't take you seriously. What do you have to gain from being a captain, say, of a heifer? And my thing is, I talk about males too. But why do I gotta but see my whole what I don't understand about black folk, black folk talk about we're oppressed, right? Black people talk about censorship. Their voice ain't being heard. But here's the thing with black, what nobody want to talk about is with black people. See, as a straight black man who's a free thinker for sure and for real, who doesn't group think like you cowardly raccoons do. I call y'all coons. Who doesn't do the Derek Jackson route. And you come across as Derek Jackson, and I bet you he's a pedophile, and I bet you he has RAP some woman. RAP, you know what I'm saying? I bet you he has lived off a female. I bet you he's abused children. Because when we expose males like your Derek Jackson and confused soldier, even though Derek Jackson, the only thing I will commend Derek Jackson, at least he's getting PUSS. Why? You take it up the booty, sir. I don't need to apologize to them. These women should be apologizing to us black men. From the time we were little boys being SA'd by grown-ass women. You want to go there? For the last 50 to 60 goddamn years, black women have threw black men underneath the bus. And black women when it comes to false allegations, black women lead the charge of wrongfully false reporting, making false accusations against black men, and wrongfully getting them locked up and wrongfully convicted. Black women have the highest chance of alienating. Black men are the most involved in their children's lives, right? And growing up, women will bring around these creeps around her children where children are harmed, right? Black women lead the charge in alienating black children from their biological father and extracting resources. That's what keeps us in poverty and spending money on bullshit and on these bums. And these bum heifers and our family members who ain't shit. Then crying about it later on how she's underappreciated, but her kids would appreciate it if you didn't break up the family and you would just not be combative and disrespectful to the black man who's there for you and doing XYZ, but it's never enough. I speak about anti-black misandry. I speak about why I'm against feminism. And if you support feminism, and so obviously you're a Democrat, so you're anti-family. So you support the likes of Cynthia G, who bashes black men for a living, but she got pregnant by a dusty beta male coon of Robert Perkins, and she's now a single mother because of Robert Perkins. And I'm not going to get into what Robert Perkins does with his children. I'm not getting into that. Okay, he has spoken about, especially to me personally, about his side of the story of things. So I'm not gonna go into that. Black women have used black men, ghosted black men but they say they can't find a good man. But I realize they want a man who's doesn't exist. Gotta look like he gotta be a Barbie doll, a Ken doll. He gotta be like this. He gotta have a mouthpiece to her liking. Unrealistic expectations. But it's our fault for that. She's single. Black women deal with pookies and rares. Not all. We talking about a lot though. Okay? You have platforms demonizing and making false claims against black men. You have the Carly Russells of the world. Are you speaking about how black women make false allegations against black men and are not being held accountable? But if she does it to a white man, that she goes to jail? They don't be falsely accusing white men of abuse and all that stuff. Actually, it's starting to happen though. But guess what? Now it's a big deal. You see the hypocrisy? So you got black women setting up black men to be harmed, and they defend Cardi B, who drugged, robbed, and raped black men. Are you outraged about this, sir? I know that you didn't let me. See, you're a coward, man. Because my thing is, if you're going to respond to my video and tag me in it, I should be able to respond and keep the same energy. But your whole ass nigga did not want me to respond. And my thing is, since I'm responding, my video should stay up for life, just like yours, right? So to me, if my video for some reason is not there when I post it, it proves to me how black people like to oppress black people. So it's not white supremacy, it's other black folks. So it's not slavery, it's black people with a slave mentality who does not want to accept correction from good black folk like myself. Anytime, if you want a revolution, if you want change, you can't just keep talking about white supremacy, and because the white man is not holding him back. See, he's effeminate. So that's why Massa will let him be a attack dog to a revolutionary man like myself. See, if there's black women on here who actually agree with me and a lot of the stuff I say. And I show the facts, not personal opinions. I am showing how, because my thing is, I don't know why, because you don't see other races of women look all jacked up and tore up. How many white females do you see wearing bonnets, sir? How many Asian females look like a hot mess? We're not talking about a small percentage of the exceptions. How often do you see that? Because I go to other communities too. I live in a mixed area, okay? So, but black women talk about the lack of protection. And talk about they're not being taken seriously. So if I, out of love, show you, hey, this is what you need to do, then they talk about, oh, I don't do respectability politics. Then you need to shut the hell up. You can't complain about my image as a black woman, but yet you got black women who post videos twerking on tables, going to the former plantations of the slave quarters in Africa, in America, and other places where black folks were colonized, and then talk and disrespect your ancestors in that manner. Did you ever speak on that? But then all of a sudden, I will have some black woman saying, I don't do that, but I asked her, where's her husband? I have black women say, I don't twerk, I'm not a 304, but back in my 20s, I was a 304. So you still a 304. You got you're unmarried, you're over the age of 30, don't even know who the father is, committing paternity fraud. Are you going to make videos about how black men are wrongfully accused of paternity fraud? Why should I take care of another person's responsibilities, her and her child's father? Why should I do that? When she's alienating the father for her selfish reasons. So I talk about that. And if you don't like what I talk about, you can just go, sir. So you need to shut your mouth. See, you are oppressing me. It's not white supremacy, it's black people. See, black people don't want to be told the truth about themselves. They don't want to be held accountable, but then cry about how white supremacy is unfair and treats them wrongly. See, it's like the whole thing, hold your children accountable. If you don't do that, somebody else will. That's what I'm doing.